So this is the first time, as you guys can tell. As last week we did the girls' class of 4. This week we're doing it together, and we're going to see how it goes. And if the girls like it, we're going to continue like this. If not, we're going to go back to the old way. But we're trying something new this week that I get everyone involved. Now, we know that right now we're in the Chag Sukkot. We're in the holiday of Sukkot, where we all know we build huts outside. Elliot was in it yesterday. Those huts, we sit outside all day. His wife didn't believe we sleep in it. The Shulchan Aruch writes you have to sleep in a sukkah. You have a chiyuv, you have an obligation to sleep in a sukkah. She's like, no way you guys sleep in it, no way. Until she left and pulled out the cot, she was still not convinced. For 2 hours I'm telling her, no, for real, we sleep over there. She was like, I'm not convinced. Until we got the cots out. But yeah, why? Comes right after Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah. Whereas everyone is coming in to the shul, coming into the environment that we spoke in the past, there's a level of awe, of yirah, there's this level of awareness of God. People are walking a little bit more on the side of fear. Meaning to say, I'm getting rid in the next year. What's going to be for me? If I'm going to get married, engaged, money, everything. So we have a little bit of fear. Then comes Sukkot. Comes the holiday of Sukkot, which is, in my opinion, one of the greatest holidays. One of the greatest holidays. Why? Because in Sukkot, we know that first things first, we build a sukkah. What's a sukkah? Sukkah resembles the clouds, Dananei Kavod, the clouds of glory. What is that? When we left Mitzrayim, when we were taken out of Egypt, the Jewish nation was taken out of Egypt, what happened? God covered us in the clouds of glory. And we were walking through the desert, and we had clouds in every direction. And in essence, the sukkah, what does it resemble? It resembles as if a hug or an embrace from God. And there's a Shulchan Aruch writes, and this is halakha from the Torah, V'samachta b'chagecha, to be happy on the Chag. Stam Chag Sukkot. To be happy on the Chag. You have a mitzvah, deoraita from the Torah. You have a mitzvah to be happy every second. And the Gaon Mevilna, one of the greatest minds to ever live, the Gra Kadosh, says the hardest mitzvah out of all the mitzvot is being happy on Sukkot. Why? Because every other mitzvah in the world, what happens when you do a mitzvah? Opale, ma kara po? Everyone get to the bomb shelter quickly. Ma kara po, akhi? The police? What? Sukkot, right? And we know that you have a mitzvah to be happy every second. So what's the idea? Why is it so difficult? We know that every mitzvah, especially this mitzvah, the Yetzer Hara doesn't want you to be happy because you get mitzvah for every second. For every second, you get mitzvah. So what does he do? He comes and puts you in situations where you get stressed out, you get angry, this one comes yelling at you, this one screaming at you, and you're like, I don't know what to do. And all the time you're trying to be happy. You're like, yeah, you come in, you wake up in the morning, you're smiling, all of a sudden you get out, someone's blocking your car, the garbage is blocking, or whatever it is. Like, what's going on over here? I cannot be happy. This is crazy. Something happened to me just yesterday, and as I was getting over there, I already saw the Yetzer Hara. Yesterday was my brother. Hashem will be joining us soon. He'll be speaking after me. And it was his birthday, his Hebrew birthday. We were doing a whole barbecue and everything like that. Avi was there, Elliot was there. My mom calls me at 7:30. She tells me, Or go get a cake. 7:30 at night, not in the morning. 7:30 at night. What bakery is open at 7:30 at night? I put my phone, kosher bakery. What comes up? Pomegranate. I said, I'm set. I'm going to Pomegranate. I get in the car, 7:45. I'm like, I'm going to make it to the party, 8:15, easy. Pomegranate. I'm right back, no problem. Get the pomegranate. Park the car, no one's there. Get out the car. I walk in, I already know I'm getting a cake. I get to the section, the whole window is empty. And I've never been to Pomegranate in my life, there's nothing there. I go there, where's all the cakes? No, we're not making cakes this whole week. We're making only the chalot. We're only making chalas. I told her, what do you mean? What can I get a cake right now? I get on my phone, I'm looking, I'm like, where's the nearest open bakery? Weiss. On 51st Street and 13th Avenue in Borough Park. 25 minutes from where I am. I'm like, my brother's 30th birthday, I'm not going to get him a cake? Yalla, I'm going. I called them. Everything's Kemach Efshan, Parv, no worry, let's go. We got a great cake, come. Okay, yalla, man, I said, we're going to go. We're going to be a little bit late. In the meantime, my brother's calling me, where are you? What's going on? No, I get over there, I tell the woman, on the GPS shows me 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Now it's already 8:30. 8 minutes it shows me. Or like, no, 8:20, let's say. 8 minutes. I'm going to be there in 8 minutes. GPS tells me go straight. I get to straight. The street's blocked off. I said, okay, take a right. Go to the right, blocked off. Finally, I got to go 4 blocks down, take a left, just to find out all of 13th Avenue is blocked off for a block party or whatever they were doing over there. I'm driving around for an hour. I finally get to the bakery. I finally get over there. It's 9:15. I'm already been 2 hours already. I'm already losing my mind. I get over there. I get the cake. My mother calls me. Where are you? I said, I got the cake. She goes, Chaval, if I would have known it take you this long, I told you not to go. I said, 2 hours, that's what you tell me? Better you just tell me, because I could get the cake. But you know what? Thank God, even though there was a crazy situation, and in that moment, you're getting, but you got to sit down and be strong. Just today, I was telling somebody, the hardest mitzvah, how do you beat it? You start to recognize. What happens is, you know the Yetzer Hara is planning on doing it. So what do? Someone starts yelling at you, you like this, and you're like, yeah, that's right. Nah. Thank you. I know it's you, Yetzer Hara. You're not going to get me today. That's what you got to do. You got to know. You got to see him. You got to know your enemy. You go to battle. What's the number one way to win a war? To know your enemy. To know how he's going to play. You know he's coming to get you. You know he's going to throw you a curveball. So what do you got to do? I see you. You're throwing a curveball. No problem. I already know how to hit that one. And you hit it. That's why Sukkot is one of the hardest holidays. One of the hardest holidays. When we talk about happiness, we have to understand what's happiness. What's happiness? There's a concept of too much happiness as well. In every happiness, as we see, that when a person goes to a wedding, what do? After they get married, the happiest moment before the sparklers come up, and you break the glass, which resembles that we're remembering that God is there. You buy a new home, Chanukat Bayit, you paint, you leave a cube unpainted. Now everyone comes to the house, it's, oh, what a beautiful house, but why you have a cube unpainted over here on the wall? What could happen over here? For me, I did it inside the closet. That way, whenever I get my shoes, I see it, but you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And what? Every time with Simcha. So Masechet Brachot talks about it, and Daf Lamed Amud Bet. It talks about over there, the person's coming into tefillah, coming in to pray, needs to come with koved rosh. Needs to come with a heavy-headed. Heavy-headed, what it means is with his head down, comes with anavah, come to pray, as opposed to lightheadedness. You see a guy comes in, he's joking, he's laughing, he's coming into the tefillah, coming before God, coming before the creator of co-creators, and he's lightheaded, he's laughing, he's joking. Comes the Mishnah in the Masechet, in Brachot, says, you have to come with koved rosh, you have to come with a little heavy-headedness, with your head down a little bit, you come to tefillah, prepared. And as it's going through that, the Gemara asks a question. From where do we know that we have to come in with koved rosh? And it goes through a few sources, and it ends with the pasuk in Tehillim. In the second perek, in the 11th verse, it says over there, "Avdu et Hashem beira, vegilu bera'ada." Vegilu bera'ada says, serve God with awe and rejoice, which means to be happy with tribulation, with fear. Tribulation and fear. Be happy with fear. What is this? What's just happy with fear? You ever been happy and afraid at the same time? Except for a haunted house. That's the only time that you send me in a cloud. But whatever, a scary movie. But you ever been happy and scared? It sounds like a seeming contradiction. The Gemara says, what's going on over here? Says the Gemara answers the question. It says, you know what it means? It means in a point where you have the highest level of happiness, it's exactly there that you need to have awareness of God. Like for example, right now, Chol HaMoed, everyone wants to go do something. So what do the Jewish people do? They rented out Hershey Park. They rented out American Dream Mall. And they went. A friend of mine called me yesterday. He's like, I went to Six Flags. He's like, all I saw over there, a bunch of Hasidim. Black cats everywhere. Black cats. They rented out the whole park. Now I had a question on this. Why rent out the whole park? You want to go? Just go. Why do you have to rent out the whole park? You know why? It says, even though we're coming over here to have happiness, we're not forgetting Hashem. We're coming over here, we're not forgetting Hashem. We're going to do it in the way of kosher. Same thing with the Chatunah. The Gemara brings down a situation over there of Mar, the son of Ravina, and Rav Ashi. Says that both their children were getting married different days. And they were so happy. They saw the Rabbanim were dancing. As you know, they were going crazy over there. They saw there was too much happiness. They got scared. They didn't know what to do. The Meiri says he was scared. They didn't know what to do. Took the glass and broke it. Comes Tosafot and says, from that, we have the minhag to always break the glass in the weddings. Why? To always have a little bit of remembrance. Everything that we do, we always have to keep God next to us. You have a happiness, you have something going on, don't forget God. Don't come with lightheadedness. Don't come now and be, like forget God. Be happy. Sukkot is that holiday. Be happy, but don't forget God. Don't forget God. Sukkot is one of the greatest holidays in the world. You know why? First things first, let's start from over here. My brother told me this. I can invite him up soon to speak. My brother told me this, and I never thought about it, but it's true. Because for a simple reason, out of all the regalim, Sukkot is the greatest. Right? What do we have? We have Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot. Out of the three, which one is the greatest? Sukkot. Why is that? Now, if you look at Pesach, when God took us out of Egypt, he was posech, he jumped over the houses. What was going on over there? We were just on the 49th level of Tumah. We didn't get the Torah yet. Shavuot, we got the Torah. What happened? We did the sin of the golden calf. Finally, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Hashem forgives us. Sukkot. Finally, we fully accepted the Torah and us of Sukkot. That's when we already got all through. That's the greatest holiday. Why? Because that's the time when we were shalem, we were full. comes Sukkot and says, you want to know why a person who's smart, he looks at the sukkah. I had a guy tell me, "Oh, you really sleep in the sukkah every night, except for tonight when it's raining, because it's mitzvah patur." The person was, what can you do? But you sleep in the sukkah every night? Are you crazy? I told him, if you understand what the sukkah is, then you understand why I sleep in the sukkah. If you understand that when you're in the sukkah, every second that you're in the sukkah, you're literally sitting in a chibuk with Hashem. You're sitting in a hug with Hashem. You're feeling Hashem's hugging you, protecting you. You're feeling His protection. You're saying, take for a second, forget all the material. I have my house. I have my chimum. I have my everything. I want to come outside the sukkah and be with you, Hashem. Leave everything from this world. I want to be only with you, Hashem. Only with you. You're sleeping in the night. There's only 2 times in the world where you get a mitzvah from just sleeping. 2 places. Eretz Yisrael and a sukkah. Eretz Yisrael, and if you go to Eretz Yisrael in a sukkah, you get double time. Double time. No, but man, I told one of my friends, told me next year we're flying. I said, Hashem, let's go. Was you Avi? That was you Avi, right? Avi said he's playing. Everyone over here, just know. CC. CC. Oh, not them now? You see what happens when you get everybody else involved? However, we want to focus on this. The sukkah only means something to a person when he understands what it means. When he believes in what it is. Torah says, go into sukkah, you look at it, it's some people, you have like a wood and a couple of wood sticks and a couple of wood sticks on the top and some leaf branches, or you have the people who went all out, they bought the houses that you click like Legos and they put the schach on it. And either way, it's cool, it doesn't make a difference. Just last night, I'm sitting in sukkah, 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, you know what? I'm over here, it's okay, whatever, it's a little bit cold, a little bit of mosquitoes at the end of the world. All of a sudden, I see something moving. I said, what's moving over here? All of a sudden, I see a cat jump up. I said, I'm done. I'm out of here. Let's go. I come back. I said, you know what? I'm fighting myself inside. I'm like, sleep in the house, sleep in sukkah, sleep in the house. The cat left, Baruch Hashem. I said, you know what? Yeah, let's go sleep outside. The whole night I'm sitting over there. I'm like half asleep, one eye open, thinking, is the cat going to come and get me? Is he under the bed? Where's this cat? I'm like, what? You know why? Because you understand. And it's all in the belief. It's all where you place your belief. It's all about where your mind goes. For example, I'll tell you a story. I'm going to finish over here, then I'm going to invite my brother to speak. There's a story of a guy who was very poor. Didn't have a lot of money. Came to a guy who was very, very wealthy in the neighborhood. Comes. Everyone heard about him. Big Baal Torem. He goes. He helps. Comes, knocks on the guy's door. They open the door. He tells him, listen, I'm zakuk. I need help. I need the help. Can you help me out over here? He says, 1 minute. Wait over here. He goes upstairs. Goes to the safe. Opens up the safe. Takes out a gold brick. Hands him the gold brick. He says, listen, hold on to this. If you ever need this, just know you have it. The guy says, wow, thank you so much. A gold brick. And goes. Baruch Hashem, the guy put the brick in his house on display. He knew it was there. He started to get into business dealings. What happened? He started becoming successful. 7 years later, the guy was already doing big numbers. A multi-millionaire already. But the brick was still there. He never used it. Another guy comes to him. Now he's the big head honcho. Comes knocking on his door. He opens the door. He says, listen, I need help. I'm zakuk listen. He says, you know, I remember the time when I was in your shoes. Goes, gets the gold brick. The next morning, he gets a knock on the door. The guy tells him, Allah, what are you playing games? He said, what happened? He's like, I went to catch the brick. It's clay. It's not even gold. He said, are you telling me that all these years I thought I had gold on the shelf and I became rich because I said, okay, at least I have that backbone. At least I know that I have the gold. Worst case scenario, I can take the risk. He says, you know what it is? It's the belief. If you look at the sukkah and say, it's just wood and sticks and leaves, that's all it's going to be for you. But if you look at the sukkah and say, wow, that's the Shekhinah of Hashem, that's the Chibuk of Hashem, that's who Hashem is, that's what it's going to be for you. Chazak u'Baruch, when I invite my brother up, my